Okay, this is something that I have to keep repeating. The senior executive services is a part of our government that was created during the Carter administration to literally bring private sector people into departments of government and move them around so that they could properly organize the government. And it really was something like Government Reorganization Act or something. When you look up the senior executive services in Wikipedia, you'll find all this information. This is literally the revolving door of private people in the government, just arranging it so it suits big business. I mean, with nothing disguised. Like, this is law. This is people voted on this. Representatives voted on this. The thing that needs to be understood is Russiagate seems to have involved a bunch of people who, it does appear from looking at their careers, they are senior executive services. What was it? The Rosen, what's his face? Comey. I haven't looked as much into Horowitz. I'm kind of getting that sense. So that there will be these people who are Boy Scouts, that there are these people who, like, they were in the FBI, started in the FBI, have always been FBI. Those are the people who, like, put away Gotti. You know, they're the ones who do the footwork that puts away, you know, chomos and stuff like that. But then you have all these executives of the departments in the government that are part of senior executive services. Now, at first, I thought this was somebody just coming up with a name. So I looked it up. You could apply for it. You could join the senior executive services as long as you have, like, I think a bachelor's or a master's in an appropriate field. So similar to how the CIA will recruit people in lots of disparate fields so that they sort of have people everywhere, such as Blasey Ford. Blasey Ford is very likely somebody who is a psych that has some kind of connection to the CIA. And it turns out, like, her father literally held the same position she does. This is another sign of this. These people who have the almost exact same position as their father, or they and a sibling, hold super high-ranking positions. Like that guy Vindman, who supposedly heard Trump's phone call, and then after that was promptly moved to another part of the government. So he was moved out of the White House, moved to another part of the government. If the right does not take seriously that this is not some QAnon silliness, the senior executive services is a word, just like with the Nazis in Ukraine. Nobody will discuss it. The weight of something like this is tremendous. And then beyond that, here's another one. So you got the senior executive services. So it turns out there's other versions of this. I was told about the senior executive services from somebody who was from the senior cryptography services. So this is just some part of our government where it's just a bunch of cryptographers and other specialists of that sort who come in from possibly the outside and are meant to, yeah. Okay, so beyond this, BLM was a ripoff, and people should start saying that. The right, the Republicans need to say that it was a scam. That was a bilking scam, and that was an election money bilking scam. They don't say this, nothing will change. Because somebody then has to prove, no, we know where all the money went. But nobody knows where all the BLM money went. Nobody does. So that's what you got to do, is you got to call it what it is, a fucking scam.